we decided we're going to do something, and we're going to incorporate natural sounds, but we're going to go for the garbage. So we started picking garbage off the curb. And a lot of those sounds you heard in the beginning.
What do you mean picking garbage off the curb? Somebody's got a,
Yeah, the guy on the street was renovating his house, and he ripped out all his aluminum ductwork, and I grabbed all that for Kevin's, and that was part of the piece. That was
Heat
part
ducts.
Yeah, heat ducts.
Lead plumbing pipes, enamelware basins, a United States steel corrugated steel pool drum for a filter. Boom, boom, boom. That was what you heard in the beginning.
In the very beginning.
All sorts of stuff we were dragging down a road. He was on a bicycle. We tied all the crap to the bike. We rigged the microphones onto the pedals, and as he was going down the hill, we were just dragging this stuff, and it's going tingle, 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 tingle.
So how long have you been doing this? Actual recording, putting and editing? Tape, I guess?
Yeah, it was tape, yeah.
Since the 90s. I think we started working together in the 60s, and then we were in high school, and then everyone went their own way, and we came back together through a certain.
But you went. There's an interesting transition. It seems like from young guys who were hip to and expressive towards rock and roll, right? Then get into the new music and make up a world of music for yourselves.
I think we started listening to French Impressionists, we started to listen to Gustav Holst, and then we started to go into George Crumb, and that whole world of 20th century, and we just got lost in it.
So you have a lot of, you have an archive of your work?
We have an underground vault. It's under Moonachie, New Jersey.
Moonachie.
Down where all those food warehouses are down there. We have it all refrigerated. It's ready.
Like for instance, when the Kaplans co-opted, pool or whatever, did you just say, yeah, go ahead, take that?
Yes.
You had no. And then when they came back with what they came back with, what did you respond with? How did you think?
I sent it to them thinking they knew someone who could, because it's microtonal. It's pretty much a major key hymn if you just listen to it straight. But because of the nature of the pool tube, if you're not swinging it consistently, which you can't possibly, the tones alter. So if you throw 5 or 6 tracks of that together, you get all this microtonal stuff going on. So I sent it to him and he goes, oh my God, do you mind if I start to collaborate with this thing? So he turns this little major key hymn into this piece of mythology. And we're just, holy crap, where'd that come from?
Okay. As actors within music, what happened to you at that point?
Martin was born playing music. I came by it later.
You were actually playing music
on a piano.
So keyboard, you too?
He's a bass player and a guitarist.
And did you study music? You read music?
No.
So you never went through that academia at all?
No.
You can't orchestrate?
No.
It wasn't, I hate to get ahead of myself, but I'm interested in the tandem aspect here, because in your, as it were, composition, because that's what it is, editorially you're composing, right? But how do you do that? Do you do that together? I mean, you do something and then you respond, or do you actually do it simultaneously?
We do, and then we don't, and then we do again.
So it's all of it.
It's all,
Yeah.
So, it made me think of, somebody sees a Picasso and says, oh yeah, my kid can do that. Well, your kid can't do that. It's frustrating and it's difficult and it's hell, to try to get quality. So you guys together go through a certain process that can become maybe trying at times, right? Or no, does it just,
Yes,
you love it all the time?
It's an interesting point, because when we started doing field recordings, we were doing natural sounds. Increasingly, we found that to be an impossible proposition.
You were doing natural sounds like birds and
yes,
frogs and...
Yes. We just embraced the noise and started recording everything and found a way to take all of that and make something. That was the beginning. That was the beginning. Shortwave radio, when it's phasing out.
What do you mean, really? That was the beginning?
Oh. When I was a kid, I used to have a shortwave radio and I'd sit in my room and just dial the world, and it would just be such bad reception that you would be thrilled to catch something from Prague, something from Rome, but it would never last very long, and it would always phase in and out, and there would always be this damn, it sounded like somebody at the same time was doing, a telegraph.
Sure, I remember that.
Oh my God, that's a record. That's a record.